Hi everybody, it's Honest John again. Now, if George W.Bush had even been a slightly competent president, our history and what's going on in the Middle East would be much different today. Things would be so much different if they'd have taken the threat seriously. The Bush administration simply ignored reports about bin Laden wanting to strike America, and most importantly, they were getting reports from flight schools about a lot of young Arab men taking flying lessons, but not bothering to learn how to land the plane or take off. All they had to do was tell the FBI, pick these guys up, see what's going on. And 9/11 would never have happened. But because 9/11 did happen, and Al-Qaeda was able to strike such a devastating blow in the United States, we became much more focused on terrorism than we ever had been. And terrorism became much more attractive to disaffected, alienated young people in the Middle East and all around the world. 9/11 led inevitably to the war in Afghanistan. It should not have led to the Iraq War. Saddam Hussein had nothing to do with 9/11. In fact, he and Osama bin Laden were bitter enemies. But Bush wanted to prove that he was better than his dad. So he used 9/11 as an excuse to attack Iraq, an incredibly stupid thing to do. For one thing, it distracted us from what was going on in Afghanistan. Now, I can't say for sure what the future would have held, but it's possible that we could have stabilized that country. But because we took our eye off the ball there, we never did. And so 18 years later, we're still in Afghanistan. Maybe if when we thought we had won the war, if we had done what was necessary to consolidate those gains, things might be a lot different there. And of course, Bush compounded his stupidity in Iraq by disbanding the Iraqi army, which resulted in the creation of ISIS. And they took advantage of the chaos in Syria and the weakness and ineptitude of the Iraqi government to create their caliphate, which encompassed, at that time, much of Syria and came within just a few miles of Baghdad. And they became the new hot thing in terrorism. Now, I have to say this, even though Bush is to blame for the creation of ISIS, Obama's weak and indecisive response to the Syrian civil war and the emergence of ISIS allowed them to become the threat that they are today. But after finally beating back ISIS and taking away their caliphate, Donald Trump double-crossed the Kurds, an incredibly stupid and immoral thing to do. They defeated ISIS for us at great sacrifice. But because he is a stupid and greedy man with business interests in Turkey, he betrayed them. This will have an impact on the United States for years to come. We'll never again be trusted by our allies, or at least it'll take years for us to win back that trust. and ISIS will reconstitute and become a threat again. You know, we can complain about endless wars in the Middle East, but that ship sailed during the Bush administration. As much as we might wish that those wars would end, the terrorists are not going to stop fighting just because we do. Thanks for listening. Well, I want to thank you all for watching my videos. But there are certain changes that Google has made to YouTube, which, since I'm a smaller channel, means that I can't monetize my videos. So I found places where I can. So instead of watching my videos here on YouTube, I'd appreciate it if you go either to Patreon or to Top Buzz. They let me monetize videos, and I don't even have to put commercials on. So if you want to become a patron on Patreon, that's fine. If you don't, you can still watch the videos there. I've just kind of given up on YouTube. YouTube is just a place that I use so that I can put my videos in other places. So, Patreon, Top Buzz, the links are in the description box. Thanks a lot.